CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Welcome back to State Champs, Indiana's high school sports show. This week, we celebrate the boys basketball state championships in the best way possible. All 4 finals contests will be on full display. It's our way of saying farewell to winter. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. I'm Lauren Platt.
I'm Jenna Skalski, and this will be our last show as we take our own spring break here on Fox Sports Midwest. However, we will be back Sunday, April 21st, with 9 more weeks of fantastic spring sports coverage. Coverage you won't find anywhere else on any other channel.
Preach it. Scott Bernstein will join me later for another version of The Rundown. Among several topics, we'll talk some of the top underclassmen who broke out in hoops, and we'll get into some hot recruiting news in football, but that's later. Let's get to the show, and we make our way to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. We begin in Class A.
Welcome to Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis for the IHS AA Boys Basketball State Finals, Class A 1 versus 2. Top-ranked Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian and Bar Reeve as they clash on the hardwood for the first game of the day. Blackhawk Christian making its second appearance in the finals. The Braves last appeared in 2004 where they finished runner-up to Waldron. BC lighting it up on a 17-game winning streak led by the dynamic duo that is senior Frank Davidson and sophomore Caleb First, both averaging a double-double and nearly 20 points and 10 rebounds each per game. Bar Reeve also comes into the matchup on a 17-game win streak. The Vikings' 6th appearance in the finals, 4th in 10 years, looking for that second basketball title. Would look good next to this year's Class A volleyball title, won back on November 3rd. First-year head coach Josh Thompson confident about his team's chances as Bar Reeve lost an overtime thriller of a game against BC earlier this season, 76-68 in the North Davies Tournament Championship game. The stage is set, it's game time. Bar Reeve setting us off. The sophomore, Bryson Grabber, through the paint, the spin, and in. Grabber doing everything he can, scoring 6 points in the first quarter. Vikings down 4, and they need to score. Caleb First with the big block, and down the court the Braves go. Michael Pulver with the easy layup. 6 of his 8 points came here in the first. BC pulling away. Scoring points was difficult for Bar Reeve. Now down a handful late in the first. The freshman, Hagen Knapp, down low to Keegan O'Neill, off the board and in. However, Vikings trail by 9. Caleb First calls for the ball. Trinity Clark with the express shipment. Turn on the jam cam. First with the one-handed statement slam. He had 16 points on the night, also adding 10 boards to that stats column. BC up big at the break. To the fourth we go. Bar Reeve struggling, and they need a metric ton of points to get back in it. Grabber spots Isaac Wagler in the corner. The 3-ball drops. Wagler had 10 points and 6 boards. However, the Vikings still trail. Braves easily handling the ball. First with the nice bounce pass to senior Frank Davidson, working the ball down low, powering himself to the bucket. Davidson led Blackhawk Christian in scoring with 20 points and 12 rebounds to cap it off. Too much Blackhawk power in this one. Frankie D with the power move in the paint, count it, and the foul. Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian is your 2019 Class A champions, beating Bar Reeve 60-43. Your final. BC moving on up to Class 2A.
Hey, Caleb and Frank are here with me. What an effort for you guys. You graduated 9 seniors. It's always tough to come back. Coach put leadership on both of you guys this season to cap it off with the state championship in your sophomore run. Got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. He really challenged us this year to step out and be vocal leaders, and so we've been working on it all season, and it really helped.
It's a physical game. You played Bar Reeve already this year. How did that prepare you for this game? Because the game plan seemed to go just as you guys planned.
Yeah, playing them earlier helps a little bit, but they're a completely different team now. They've improved a ton, and so we had to watch new film and stuff like that.
Does it make you hungrier to come back next year?
We're always hungry, humble and hungry. That's our motto.
Frank, going to UIndy next year. Congratulations, all-time leading scorer. To enjoy this moment with your team as a senior, your dad as a coach, your brother on the team. Talk about the emotions of today. And it may not sink in yet, but in a couple years you're going to look back and it's going to be one of the most special days of your life.
Yeah, it was really fun, and just the friendships that were here on this team, it was something special.
What's going to be your message to the sophomores like Caleb, some of the younger classmen, to continue to stay hungry and to come back here next year?
Yeah, just to keep fighting and keep the legacy going.
Talk about your future plans going to UIndy next year, play under head coach Stan Gerard and a great program for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, they have great coaches, great players, and a great program, so it should be a lot of fun.
Congratulations on all the success. Best of luck next year at UIndy, and go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. When you have a big halftime lead like that, it's easy to lose focus. You guys stayed focused. How important was that to close this out in the second half?
Well, that was big, and we've challenged our guys all year, and they've answered the bell every time. And so I love the focus of this group. I thought defensively today we were pretty good. We rebounded it well, so extremely proud.
How important is it to you to continue this message and say, hey, we're moving up next year, but we can still come back and do this again to remember this moment?
Well, some people forget last year we graduated 9 seniors, and I think there were some question marks as to how good this group was going to be. And I give credit to these guys for the work that they put in. And, we're going to graduate some guys, but we like what we've got coming back, too.
How special is this to enjoy this moment with your sons, coaching them?
Very special. And, God has blessed my wife and I with 7 children. And so number 3 is done today. And, it's been a great ride coaching them and obviously a very proud moment.
Talk about this community. You look up into the crowd right now. I mean, it's full up to the brim with blue. You got to be proud of the community support as well.
Well, we have a real family at Black Hawk Christian, and I think that's one of the unique things about a K through 12 school is that these guys get to interact with preschoolers, middle schoolers every single day, and what a great opportunity for the little kids in the bleachers that get to watch these guys and attend the same school as them, and they start to dream a little bit, and I think it's great all around.
Coach, congratulations, and best of luck coming back here next year.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. Esports at LTU is growing rapidly, and students in the esports program recently held a gaming event on campus. Of course, there were tons of video games, board games, and so much more.
Right now, this event is helping so that people are aware of what kind of fun and kind of exciting things that we do here at LTU. With these games, we're trying to make sure that people are engaged in LTU, and hopefully they want to come here if they don't come here already.
LTU is hosting another esports tournament in May, where students in high school will compete for a chance to win thousands of dollars in scholarship to LTU and other great prizes. High school teams across Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio compete in an 8-week-long season. Then, the top 16 will be invited to compete for the grand prize on LTU's campus. After 2 days of competition, the 2 top teams left in the tourney will go head-to-head, but only one will be crowned Esports High School Champion. If you want to find out more about esports, head over to ltu.edu right now.
What's up, State Champs Nation? My name is Sarah Davis, and I am thrilled to be making my debut here on State Champs. I'm here to tell you that we have highlights from Class 2A, Class 3A, and Class 4A all coming up. We love doing these state championship shows, and we cover all of sports. If you haven't seen our digital finals highlight shows in wrestling, boys swimming, and girls basketball, do it now on our website on statechampsnetwork.com. or on our State Champs Indiana Facebook page and YouTube channel. Coming up, Class 2A Andrean versus Linton Stockton, next on State Champs.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
I love working for Stryker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Stryker because we are like a family.
At Stryker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Stryker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together with our
customers,
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
Great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
One
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
The afternoon game saw unranked Andrean making it to the final game of the year as the Fighting 59ers squared up against the Linton Stockton Miners. Andrean last made the finals 19 years ago, still looking for that elusive hardware. Niner Nation still pumped up after that double OT victory over Frankton in the semis. While the trio of Carruthers, Ross, and Flesher prevail, or will the Miners spoil the underdog party? The 8th-ranked Miners also have a trio of their own, Fugers, Hayes, and Hale, all averaging double digits per game. LS as a whole try over 68 points a game. This team is hot as well. Getting us going, Miner Lincoln Hale to Sammy Robbins, penetrating the D off the board and in. LS up 2-0 early on. Didn't take long for the Niners to respond. Passing the pill around, Kyle Ross drains the 3-ball. The sophomore had 16 and 7 boards, and Drayen up by a digit. Still in the first, this is John Carruthers, and he will do it himself. Finds some space in the paint. Floater is good. The senior also had 16 points on the day as the Niners extend the lead to 3. A back-and-forth game between these two teams. Kip Fugers with the quick move to the net. Bucket count and the harm. The junior tallies 11 points through the game. However, LS trails by 3 at the break. To the fourth now. Miners now up by 4, adding points to that scoreboard. Evan Slover with the dribble drive, bucket good. LS finds themselves pulling away in the last quarter, up 48-42. Next possession, and Drayen would get a huge jolt from Carruthers. The downtown shot hits nothing but net. Niners down by 3. Niners playing in-your-face defense. LS trying to create some space, and they do just that. Hale with the clear path to the net. Boom! Miners up 4 in the closing minutes of the game. But the Andrean Fighting 59ers would go on a late rally, an 11-0 run, and they become your 2019 Class 2A champions, beating Linton Stockton 59-54, your final.
I think when we switched to the 1-3 run, we did a really good job of staying aggressive. John and Deshaun, double teaming, getting our hands on loose balls, and I think we really wanted it. So we fought, and we did everything we can to win. And I think switching to the 1-3-1 was a really good job by Coach, and just playing hard. Definitely.
John, at halftime, I think Coach was most frustrated that you hadn't been able to play as much as he would like. What did you think at halftime when you were battling the foul trouble, and how did you kind of make up for that in the second half?
Coach Stengel and Coach Austin came up to me and they said, well, when you get back in the game, just let it come to you. And so I just tried to do my best at that. I didn't really do a very good job at it in the third quarter, but I thought like in the fourth, it just came to me.
You might have to share some of that net with your teammates.
I don't know about that one. They got their medals.
Wow! Kyle, final thought from you as you look up at your crowd and you think about kind of this season. You've had so many close games. You had double overtime last week, and then you have another close game. Is this a storybook season?
Yeah, definitely. And it definitely says one thing about our team, that we never stop fighting. We go to the buzzer rings, and I think we did a good job by that. But the close games, that's a little hard. But I think we got through it, and we did a good job.
Well, he did a great job of being able to hold the ball, spread us out. So we go back to a 1-3-1, which we played about 9 possessions before that. But we trapped and we made things happen. And our guys got their hands on some balls. And we came down the floor and we were able to get the cushion. All of a sudden, we get it back to something where we can handle. We get to stop at the end of the game, which was big. And we finish the game. Nicky Flesher makes some free throws. Kyle makes an unbelievable, and one, but he misses the free throw. But, it is what it is at this point.
You had the double overtime game last week. Did that help you in these kind of late game situations?
Absolutely. Every game we've had all year for the entire section has just been just like this. So, we felt that we just get a couple stops. We had time, we had timeouts, and everything's going to be okay as long as, we got the stop and got a bucket.
You told me you always wanted to be a college coach. You never thought about being a high school coach. You decided at the last minute to apply for the Andrean job. Here you are now, a state champion. Amazing how it all worked out.
It's amazing. I love these kids. I love the school. The support has been great. I wouldn't want to do anything else. It's amazing what happens in life. But I'm so proud of these guys, the administration. We'd love to thank the Pacers. This place is unbelievable to play in, and everything has been great, obviously, this week.
State Champs coverage of the spring sports season is just 2 weeks away, but we'll be getting out to the games as early as next week. Why don't you follow State Champs Indiana on Twitter and message us about upcoming games that we need to be at? Or you can do it on Instagram or Facebook. Just search State Champs Indiana to find it. We're also on the hunt for baseball or softball jerseys or lacrosse uniforms to hang in our locker room. If you see us at a game, bring an extra jersey and there it will go. Coming up, the Class 3A Boys Basketball State Championship highlights, only on State Champs.
I admit it, I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
We're getting reports that you have over 40,000 flavor combinations.
That's right.
May I examine one, ma'am? Is this real cheese?
100% real mozzarella, officer.
Explain this dough.
Made fresh daily.
I'm gonna have to confiscate this as evidence.
Aren't you a mall cop?
All units, someone's in the fountain.
10-4, Tiger on the prowl.
Flavor fanatics will do anything for our one-of-a-kind flavored crust pizza with meal deals for every budget.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
The Class 3A tilt between Silver Creek and Culver Academies featured arguably the best game of the night. The Dragons of Silver Creek reaching their first state title game in school history, coming into the evening riding a 10-game win streak. Head coach Brandon Hoffman, a Dragon alum himself, played 4 years on the varsity squad since taking the role as head coach in 2011. Silver Creek has amassed 5 sectional championships. This year, Dragons en fuego, only 3 losses on the year, but standing in their way, the defending state champs, the Eagles of Culver Academies, also just 3 in the L column. Culver coming in riding a 9-game win streak, holding their opponents to 42.5 points a game and outscoring teams by nearly 19. Head coach Mark Galloway has his team locked and loaded, but this is their last year in 3A. They're moving on to 4A next season. Did they make it count? The Dragons will light up the board first. Sophomore Trey Kaufman, the dump to the senior Jack Hawkins, relentless in the paint. Hawkins had 4 points and 5 boards just in the first quarter. Didn't take long for third-ranked Culver to respond, moving the ball around effectively around the perimeter. The Boston University commit Ethan Watts with the triple. Nothing but net. He had a team-high 23 points, Culver up by a penny. A low-scoring first quarter, the 6th-ranked Dragons and veteran senior Ty Kessinger with the quick drive and jump. He totaled 10 on the night. Silver Creek up by 3 at the end of the first. Midway through the second, Culver's Jordan Freeman finding some space in the key, silky smooth. His only points on the night, but he contributed 6 rebounds. Culver finds themselves down 16-12 at the end of the half. And here we say hello to the Rose-Hulman commit, Zane Gross, to the 10, glass cylinder. Gross led the Dragons in points with 15, the Creek with a 6-point lead. Culver not giving up. The junior Trey Galloway with the great lead pass to fellow junior Deontay Craig. Craig had 11 buckets plus 7 boards for the Eagles, yet down by 6, 38-32 after 3. Later, Silver Creek almost turning the ball over, but the Pill is in good hands with Ty Kessinger. Drives, posts up for 2. Silver Creek scored 24 in the paint, and with that bucket, Dragons now lead 41-32. But it quickly diminished. Again, Eagles, the senior Watts doing it himself. Here from downtown, count it, Culver within 4, 5:30 left in the game. Closing this one out, sealing the deal, the freshman star Cooper Jacoby, he drains a triple, 11 points, 7 boards on the night. Silver Creek, your 2019 Class 3A basketball champions, defeating Culver Academy's 52-49. Silver Creek's first state title in any sport. Congratulations, Dragons, you earned it.
I've been waiting for this for 4 years, and for it to finally come true, it's amazing. It's a perfect way to end my high school career.
Down the stretch, a very close game. How were your nerves? What were you thinking?
I wasn't nervous for it. I know we missed a few free throws. We usually don't do that, so I still had 100% confidence in anyone who went up to the line. But unfortunately, the free throws didn't drop, but we still played great defense.
Cooper, 11 points, 7 rebounds. What was this like for you?
Oh gosh, it's such a great feeling. So I thank God and my family and my teammates and my coaches is a huge part of it. It's just a great feeling. Yeah.
It seems like this team has such great chemistry. Everybody seems to get along, play well together. What's that been like?
Oh, it's great. We're all good friends and we all work hard to go in the gym every day. So we just work so hard and it's so great for the seniors to get this. Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm amazed by the whole town of Sellersburg coming out here. How sweet is that? And people ask me what it feels like this moment, and they asked me all week last week, and I just keep thinking about how God has blessed me with the players that I've got, and the community we have, and the family I have.
Coach, it was a true team effort tonight. It seemed like all of your guys played big roles in this win.
Yep, that's how we've been all year. You know, we're not a two-man team, a three-man team. We're a whole team. And man, I didn't think we were going to make the free throw to seal it. We didn't, but we found a way. This team's been finding a way.
The main event is coming up next. The Class 4A State Championship featuring Carmel and Ben Davis. And to close out the show, Scott Bernstein will join Lauren to go over a whole host of stuff happening on the Hoosier high school scene. Don't go anywhere.
I love working for Stryker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Stryker because we are like a family.
At Stryker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Stryker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together with our
customers,
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
Great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
Back again.
You know me.
Pepperoni Asiago. Oh, he's so cute. What's his name?
Pepperoni Asiago.
I just want to eat him up.
Flavor fanatics love us because we invented flavored crust pizza with 100% real mozzarella cheese and fresh dough made daily. Now get meal deals for any budget. Hungry?
Howie's! I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my 3rd year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day 1. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Prime time, the main event, state champs style. Top dog in the AP poll, Carmel looking for a bounce back after last year's finals loss against Warren Central. But this time, facing a different MIC foe in Ben Davis. Defense wins championships, and that was Carmel's claim to fame all season long, allowing just under 44 points a game. Malloy, Owens, and Hetty the starters, Winland and Suter gelling nicely. The Ohio State-bound DeJuan Jones and Jalen Wyndham each leading the Giants' way 18 points a game. Will that be enough, or will the Hounds stand tall? Ben Davis and Carmel both have 3 state titles. Only one can add number 4 to the trophy case. To the hardwood we go. Carmel getting the ball rolling. The freshman Pete Suter, outstanding year for the young Greyhound, dishes to John Michael Malloy. The Butler commit goes right by the big man Jones. Carmel lighting the board first. Clock ticking down to end the first. Carmel's D trying to do what they do best, but Jalen Wyndham unfazed. The senior had a team-high 22, shot 93% from the free throw line. Bonus. Giants down 6 at the buzzer. Speed kills. Karsten Winland turning on the Jets. Momentum has him gravitating to the net. Shot doesn't go, but Suter there with the easy putback. The freshman led the Greyhounds with 14. Carmel up 9 early in the second. Don't count out the Giants just yet. Cutting the deficit, Tyrese Nibbs over to Kai Hickman. Steinman from downtown. Steinman shooting 60% from the floor. Ben Davis down a digit at the break. The Carmel defense then steps up. Suter with the takeaway, finds Winland, spots up from beyond the arch. The senior had 11 points, 5 boards. Greyhounds up 38-32. On to the fourth now. Giants keeping it close. Wyndham, the drive, blocked by Andrew Owens, but the ball lands in the big fella Jones' hands. 10 points, 9 rebounds, BD down again a penny. Next possession, Giants putting the pressure on the Greyhounds, but Luke Hetty finds the weak spot. Andrew Owens wide open for 3, count it. Hetty tallied 10 and 8, Carmel up 47-43. Ben Davis down with the clock winding down. The senior Cameron Mall, a man in the paint. BD trailing by 7. But this time, it was Carmel's night to shine. Hetty knocks in the necessary. The Greyhounds, your 2019 Class 4A champs, they beat Ben Davis 60-55. The Butler-bound Malloy had 13 points and 6 boards. He was awarded the Trester Mental Attitude Award. Congratulations.
John Michael, academic All-State, his GPA 3.95 at Carmel High School. He's on the Student Government Cabinet, a board member for the Carmel Champions Together Committee, a part of the K-8 mentoring program. He's volunteered for the dance marathon at Carmel, and he raised funds for the Special Olympics of Indiana. And as you know by now, he's going to play basketball at Butler University next year. Mom and Dad, Chris and Stacy, are up on the stage with him now. The Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever, presenting sponsor of the IHSAA Boys Basketball State Tournament, present a $1,000 scholarship to Carmel High School in the name of John Michael Malloy. And in the last 30 years, more than $840,000 in college scholarships have been presented to deserving high school athletes in the state of Indiana. And John Michael Malloy is standing by with Chris May.
John Michael, state championship's not bad. Let's throw a Trester Award on top of that. How are you feeling right now?
It's indescribable. I mean, just everybody in this community coming out to support us. And I mean, it's been an amazing ride, and this is something I'm never going to forget.
To win the Mental Attitude Award, what does that mean to you about yourself?
I mean, it isn't just me, man. It's my parents, everyone that's been behind me, my brother, my girlfriend over there, and especially my teammates. They were behind me, and they pushed me to be not just a better basketball player, not just a better leader, but a better person.
A 3.95 GPA, involved in so many extracurricular activities. How did you manage to accomplish all of that?
I mean, just hard work and really just getting your schedule down. And like I said, the support staff that I have helping me out anytime I need help, it's amazing.
And Dad, you must be extremely proud.
We're extremely proud of him and the team, everybody. They did a great job.
Congratulations, John Michael.
Thank you.
Felt good out of my hands, and when I heard the crowd roar, and we went up 5, I think, it just felt really good, and it was a really nice feeling.
Andrew, as a senior, how good does this feel to go out on top, state champs?
I can't describe it. I can't describe the feeling.
Playing with these guys since when I was in 4th, 3rd grade, it's just the best thing ever, just to end off a state championship. So,
Talk a little bit about being here last year. Carson mentioned the blue ribbon looks a lot better than the red ribbon. But what sort of motivation did that provide for your team?
We felt like last year we could have gave more, and it just feels great to win. So, yeah, I love all my guys, and we're state champs.
I'll take it. There's stuff you grow up dreaming about. I mean, stuff being in an opportunity like this in Indiana high school basketball at Banker's Life, unbelievable feeling. And you know what? I'm so proud of these seniors. I mean, if anything, just for them to experience this. I mean, they've earned it, they've deserved it, they fight together, and I'm so proud of them.
Your seniors deserve a lot of credit, but your freshmen played pretty big today too.
He was the difference. He played with amazing energy, and I'm going to enjoy coaching him for another 3 years.
I know going up against a friend like Don Carlisle must be an interesting challenge. What do you take away from that?
It is, and man, he is everything you want in a friend and a coach, and doing a heck of a job at Ben Davis. And I mean, it was a battle, and when you can hug and say congratulations after a game, that's what this is all about. So much fun. So proud of him and what he's doing over there, and it's not just basketball. He's doing a great job with the kids too.
All right, so once again, congratulations to the Carmel Greyhounds, state champs, and that is wrapping up our basketball edition. But
the year of the dog.
Yes, exactly. We couldn't end this without bringing in Scott Bernstein, our man here, who is kind of give us some new flavor here of what's happening on the rundown. I thought I'd just jump in, Scott. And
you're always welcome.
Yes, of course.
The more the merrier.
Yes, well, thank you. I appreciate that. But, you know, we got a lot going on in hoops, and obviously hoops in Hoosierland is 365.
It's king.
Yes, and we always want to know what's happening. But this year we had a lot of underclassmen break out.
Yeah, the baby ballers were breaking loose, busting out, getting busy throughout the state tournament. Some diaper dandies were in razzle-dazzle mode this past weekend and the weekends leading up to this weekend into the state finals.
Yeah.
Caleb First, from the small school powerhouse, probably the most promising recruit in the front court in the class of 2021. A power forward that has all the tools, the total package. Led Blackhawk Christian to its first state championship. Looked great. Posted a double-double of 16 points, 10 boards. Show why there's so much hype around him in terms of recruiting. No then you got Kyle Ross, had a real breakout in class 2A. Looked excellent as a stretch forward. Just was a scintillating presence, whether on the blocks or pushing out to the perimeter and popping it from deep. Over at Silver Creek in 3A, you have a dynamic duo of sophomores in Trey Kaufman and Cooper Jacoby. They're a fire and ice tandem. The fire coming from Trey Kaufman, just a flamethrower out there. One of the hottest recruits in the class of 2021. I think he's going to reach Caleb First status in a couple months. A guy that's long, rangy, explosive. And then you got, the ice, Cooper Jacoby, ice running through this kid's veins, just tough as nails on the blocks, very fundamentally sound. You go over to Carmel, and they got the Thad Frosch, Pete Suter, just, a wonder on the wing, a burgeoning wizard, slashed through the basket, just sensational, had 14 points in the state finals. Future's really bright for the Greyhounds, even after Malloy leaves and heads to Butler.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, even though Ben Davis wasn't able to get it done in the end, what a season.
It was a great run. A lot of people look past these guys in the regular season. They really flew under the radar, and maybe rightfully so. I think at one point they were 11-7. But when you got the firepower and a terrible twosome like DeJuan Jones in the post and Jalen Wyndham on the perimeter, maybe the best inside-outside combo in all of Indianapolis, maybe in all of the state. I mean, you have a chance to go far, and those guys took it pushed into another gear, had a great tournament. DeJuan Jones just, a hurricane of hustle and flow, whether you're talking about manning the post on the hardwood or you're talking about on the offensive line. on the football field. He's heading to Ohio State. And then Jalen Wyndham, just electricity personified, lightning in a bottle. He's going to Georgia State, probably lock down a spot in the Indiana All-Stars with this performance in the state tournament.
It was big time, no doubt about it. And I know that Brownsburg's Cam Alford got some good news.
Yeah, right before the state tournament started, Brownsburg point guard Cam Alford signed a Division I scholarship. His national letterman intent to go to Alabama A&T, a small D1 down south. He was a feisty, scrappy, really intelligent point guard, floor general. Did a great job at Brownsburg the last couple years, averaged about 16.6 assists a game. And he's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, got to turn to football.
Yep.
Now that we have put basketball in the rearview mirror, we are moving on to football, and we're going to talk about a lot of it over the next several months as we get set for this season. And again, we got a commit out of Carmel.
Out of Carmel, the basketball team did as well as it did, and then Ty Wise, the linebacker, the outside linebacker from the Greyhounds football team that got to the state championship game this past fall, committed to Indiana, one of the best outside linebackers in the state. Just a speed merchant, sideline to sideline, great closing power and closing speed. I love his anticipation, kind of his innate ability to see where the play's going before it goes there, and then getting there to wrap it up. He plays on a defensive front with Cole Brevard, the best prospect in the whole class of 2020, and then he's got another guy that I really love, and I hope he finds a home really soon. His running buddy in the linebacking core, Joey Schmidt, who is really the heart and soul of that Carmel defense. Still looking for a place to play, but Ty Wise going to Bloomington.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so once you go to statechampsnetwork.com, Scott's writing all year long about everything happening in hoops and on the gridiron. He's also got a blog, Bernie's Bites, and we do rundowns, that maybe you don't see here on the TV show, but he's always kind of bringing the noise of what's going on in the Hoosier
When
State.
you're passionate about it, it's easy to bring the ruckus, if you will.
That's right, exactly. The names in his head, it's unbelievable. He's got the adjectives to go with
nicknames.
it. I know. All right. That is our show, guys. We're taking a break. State Champs is just going to be off for a couple of weeks. We will be back right here on April 21st at 9 a.m., and that is Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. So, again, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back. We'll be covering some other stuff as well here on State Champs, so make sure you know and remember that State Champs is Indiana's home for high school sports. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.